Hey there, welcome to another video on this Esoteric Circle YouTube channel. My name is Pete Haskins. Wherever you are at on life's journey, I welcome you here. I'm in Studio 1A here in beautiful Menominee Falls, Wisconsin. On a wintry, snowy evening. No matter what's going on in your life, I hope you're well. And we are diving deeper into Boris Mouravieff's Gnosis. This is a book that we are studying on our Discord app that we have applied here so that we can dive a little deeper with a small group. So if you're interested in diving deeper, as Herman Melville would say, send me a comment on this video or any of the videos and let me know. And we've got a nice little small group going, and we're going to start studying this. This is Boris Mouravieff's Gnosis 1, Studying Commentaries on the Esoteric Tradition of Eastern Orthodoxy. He wrote this in the 60s, and not really sure where he obtained this stuff, and it's very mysterious. Robin Amos was fascinated by him and really felt like Mouravieff had a connection with a monastery on Mount Athos, but wasn't sure. Boris Mouravieff is one of the enigmatic third kind of mysterious characters in the Fourth Way movement that was loosely connected with Gurdjieff and Ouspensky. So this is a guy that doesn't get a lot of attention, but he should. This is a direct link between Orthodoxy and the Fourth Way. So he talks a lot about technology in here and how technology is, even back then, was surpassing human development, and how if we don't watch it, we're going to be overtaken by this. And this is something, when I first started reading this, and I read this little introduction here, and I was hooked, because he was expressing something which I was feeling. And I started reading this in 2001 or so, and so right around the time of 9/11, and just was fascinated by it, and I want to bring this to you. If we don't watch it, we are quickly being overtaken by our technology. And it's not too far down the future that we can see a world in which our human freedom is crushed under what we have created. We are not mature enough to handle what we are creating. Not yet. There has to be, and this is a very important part of the Fourth Way movement, and really essentially within Christianity. I mean, Christianity essentially was not made for the masses. You can say whatever you want to, but Christianity was meant for a small group of people that were ready to push this forward. And Paul made this into this international religion, but really, essentially, Jesus didn't start the church. Paul did. And again, you can argue with me, but this is a small group that needs to be formed. And he talks about this a lot in all three of these books. I have all the others here. And he talks about this group, this cohesive group that needs to be formed in order to help guide humanity into this next phase. Ouspensky talks about this even before he met Gurdjieff. Ouspensky's talking about this in A New Model of the Universe. And he's talking about how humanity descends into chaos and devolves, and how it needs that esoteric circle, which is where I got the name for this YouTube channel. The esoteric circle has to stay functioning within the barbaric times, how humanity falls into this barbarism, and how this esoteric circle needs to be alive, and it needs to be carrying on these ideas. And that is really what we're doing. So I welcome you to this channel, and if you're interested in diving deeper, let me know, and the Discord channel is up and running. So I just want to read this to you. This is the introduction, just the first few paragraphs. Listen to this. Homo sapien lives immersed in his everyday life to a point where he forgets himself and forgets where he is going. Yet, without feeling it, he knows that death cuts off everything. How can we explain that the intellectual who has made marvelous discoveries and the technocrat who has exploited them have left outside the field of their investigations the ending of our lives? How can we explain that a science which attempts everything and claims everything nevertheless remains indifferent to the enigma revealed by the question of death? How can we explain why science, instead of uniting its efforts with its older sister religion to resolve the problem of being, which is also the problem of death, has in fact opposed her? Whether a man dies in bed or aboard an interplanetary ship, I love that when he says that, the human condition has not changed in the slightest. Happiness? But we are taught that happiness lasts only as long as illusion lasts. And what is this illusion? Nobody knows, but it submerges us. If we only knew what illusion is, we would then know the opposite, what truth is. This truth would liberate us from slavery. As a psychological phenomenon, has illusion ever been subjected to critical analysis based on the most recent discoveries of science? It does not seem to be so, and yet one cannot say that man is lazy and does not search. He is a passionate searcher, but he misses the essential. He bypasses it in his search. What strikes us from the very beginning, here it comes, is that man confuses moral progress with technical progress, so that the development of science continues in dangerous isolation. That's where we're at. The brilliant progress that has come from technology has changed nothing essential in the human condition and will change nothing because it operates only in the field of everyday events. For this reason, it touches the inner life of man only superficially. Yet from very ancient times, it has been known that the essential is found within man, not outside him. Bam!